Longani Clinic's YouTube channel welcomes all of you. Today we are going to see the topic Special Features of Bbcr is Bogar-Bonninghausen's Characteristics and Repertory by C.M. Bogar, Dr. Cyrus Maxwell Bogar. Perhaps one of the greatest piece of homeopathic literature left by Dr. Bogar is the Bonninghausen's Characteristics and Repertory. BBCR is the greatest piece of homeopathic literature incorporating the combined observations and logic of Bonninghausen and the wide and wise observations garnered by Dr. Bogar from long years of study and practice. BBCR very useful for working out cases rich in particulars. This repertory has several newer features such as complete symptoms, fever totality, clinical rubrics, separate concomitants, and pathological generals. Bogar's repertory is the latest among the three well-known repertories in use. The other two are Bonninghausen's Therapeutic Pocketbook and Kent's repertory. Bogar's repertory has some special advantages over other repertories. The first one, BBCR is essentially an index and may be advantageously used as such for discovering particular symptoms as well as for grouping remedies containing similar combinations in their pathogenesis. 2. Complete symptom. Each location is followed by the particular sensations, modalities, and concomitants which were lacking in Therapeutic Pocketbook and Kent's repertory. For reference as well as repertorization of a case where particulars are dominating the picture, this repertory can be utilized with advantage. Thus, it is more useful in acute and short cases. Third one, diagnostic rubrics. We find many diagnostic clinical rubrics mentioned in each chapter with a group of remedies. These medicines have been used in the conditions mentioned and found to be useful in majority of cases. Thus, they have been proved and verified. There are controversies regarding the use of diagnostic rubrics, but diagnostic rubrics cannot be neglected as they have a group of common symptoms with medicines also have been proved in provings, but since there is similarity only at the level of common symptoms. Fourth one, pathological journals. The pathological journals are very useful whether there is a paucity of modalities. This repertory contains many pathological journals which are valuable for repertorization purpose and selecting a simillimum remedy. For example, we will see pathological journal hemorrhagic tendency 2. We will find under sensation and complaints. Then uric acid diathesis you will find under aggravation, discharges. Then you will find the suppuration. Then you will find suppuration you will find under the sensation and complaints. Then you will find inflammation under sensation and complaints. So these are all pathological journals are there. Even you will find offensiveness under the chapter sensation and complaints. The fifth one, the rubric infant affections of. This is a big rubric with many sub rubrics in the chapter sensation and complaints in general. This is a unique and very useful pediatric practice, or this rubric is useful in pediatric practice. The sixth one, constitution. Different type of constitutions with a group of medicines are available in the chapter sensation and complaints in general. This reduces the practitioner's work and helps him to find out the synonym by using it in the first place of totality. Seventh one, you will find separate concomitants. This chapter follows modalities in most of the locations in the therapeutic pocketbook. Concomitants are not given separately except in few chapters. BOGER made it more useful for practice by attaching concomitants to the parts. Eighth one, fever chapter, very useful. This is a unique work of BOGER from a practical point of view. This chapter is of immense use. It has many subdivisions also. Concomitants in relation to chill, heat and sweat under different headings are really valuable for bedside practice. This is one of the best repertories for fever cases. The ninth one, cross-reference. This subsection is given at the end of most of the chapters, which helps us to find an appropriate rubric. Now we will see the 10th section, which is a mind section. This repertory begins with large mind section, which is quite elaborate. Of course, it does not compete with Kent section on mind, but sometimes one has to refer to it to find out some rubrics which are not mentioned in Kent. For example, alcoholism, communicative, pensive. These rubrics are not given in Kent. Now we will see the 11th one, menstruation chapter. This is well arranged and followed by concomitants in the following order. Before menses, at the start of menses, during menses, after menses. All these were not available at one place before this repertory was published. Similarly, chapters on stool, leukorrhea, micturition, etc. are also found in the repertory. 12th one, it is a bridge between Kent's repertory and Boning-Asson's repertory. In this repertory, BOGER has added modalities, concomitants at the end of each chapter, thereby overcoming the criticism on grand generalization. Then you will find the next rubric. New chapters like sensorium, sexual impulse are given in this repertory. Next point. Many places characteristics are mentioned in parentheses adjacent to the remedies. Next point. Characteristics part helps for reference purpose. Thank you for listening the lecture on special features of Bbcr, BOGER's repertory. If you like the lecture, then please do subscribe and share our channel Longani Clinics. Thank you and see you soon with a new lecture on repertory.